All right, so really funny story. In English class in the 12th grade, I had to read this short story and then make a presentation and a fun little element to it. You know, a bit of pizzazz, a bit of art. And it was this short story. I honestly don't remember the short story title or what was in this short story, but I made a little magic act with it where, it's a little gimmick with the three cups and the one ball, and you're trying to hide the ball in the three cups, and then you lift one cup and, oh, it's not in there, it's in this one. And it was that part I had to, look up a way to do it and find out the trick of hiding the ball. But for the actual initial presentation, I made up a bunch of stuff about the story. I did read the story, but I didn't, read it in its entirely. I didn't fully analyze it. I didn't, understand it. And frankly, it's just because I hated reading at the time. And I had a partner for the project, but, he barely was even a partner. He wasn't taking the class seriously. I was taking the class seriously, but I was also, I had to cover up a lot of things to get the presentation to be what it was. And so as I'm presenting the project, I definitely can feel myself lying and saying things that, while they logically make sense in the story, they're probably not at all what's in connection to it. And the teacher apparently was very, very, she bought it. She bought all of it. She was involved, or, interested in the whole presentation. She enjoyed it. She gave me the A, but I could tell that 30 to the rest of the whole class was looking at me. They're like, yeah, Stefan's full of shit. And so I do the magic act. I don't do it in front of them. I actually film myself doing it and then just, show them the video. But I got the A on the project, but later, after the presentation was over, all the students kind of came to me, and even some of the teachers' pets were like, wow, you really, they came to me and were like, wow, Stefan, you really sold on that bullshit. She bought it, and I was thinking to myself, I feel good that I did the project and that it was done and I got a good grade. But I realized man, if I really can sell this and, half-ass my way through things like this and just make up stuff, but still, make it realistic, I think I have a future in something. I didn't think it was theater at all. And frankly, I still, even with the lying and stuff like that, I still would be like, you know what? Theater isn't really for me, yet. But yeah, that's how that turned out. And what I've realized, into making this now is the English world can help you read, and school and grade school and high school can help you read and help you get better. But at the end of the day, you're going to be the one that's going to make the work yourself. You got to make the dues. You got to be on time and accountable. And, normally you would never ever want to be in a spot where you'd have to make up a thing, make up an act. But, sometimes you can do that as long as you really sell on that point and really stick to it and stand behind those choices. I think what made that lie that I've talked about the truth is that I stood behind the lie. One of my favorite quotes from Seinfeld, where I think it's Jason Alexander who plays George Costanza. He goes to Jerry Seinfeld before he leaves the door, and if this is a spoiler, it's fine, I'm sorry. But he says to him, "It's only a lie if you believe that it is." And it's pretty powerful shit. I mean, if everybody on stage who was acting as a character believed that they were not the character, the play would be just garbage. I mean, it just wouldn't exist. It wouldn't be in any kind of art form. So you can lie your way through life in a way, even though it's not helpful. And you can lie your way through, work and projects, but you can't lie away through learning how to read or being able to articulate the words that the playwright is giving you. Even though, I barely skated by with not reading a short story very well, the consequences for that is lying.